Welcome back to Dinar Community, your go-to source for reliable updates on Iraq's currency landscape and broader economic shifts. Today, we bring you a major development that's sending shockwaves through financial circles worldwide, particularly within the foreign exchange markets. Whether you've held Iraqi dinar for years or are just beginning to explore the world of currency speculation, this update is one you won't want to miss. For over a decade, we've carefully monitored economic reform efforts, central bank signals, and policy movements from Iraq's government. But what's happened now is more than a policy tweak, it's a potential turning point in Iraq's financial journey. A newly revised exchange rate has been officially documented in the Iraqi Gazette, the country's definitive source for legal and fiscal updates. This isn't speculation. This is real. It's law. So, what does this mean? Why is the world suddenly paying attention to Iraq's currency again? And more importantly, could this be the moment dinar holders have been waiting for? For years, discussions of a possible revaluation, commonly referred to as the RV, have stirred hope, skepticism, and debate across financial forums and investor networks. Now, with a confirmed change published in Iraq's most authoritative fiscal record, those long-held conversations are re-energized with fresh urgency. Is this just a technical adjustment, or the start of something much bigger, a plan to gradually return the dinar to a stronger, globally respected status? If it is the beginning of a revaluation strategy, the potential implications are massive, not just for Iraq's economy, but also for its people and international investors. This change could reshape Iraq's role in the global economic ecosystem. Today's episode will analyze the facts, provide historical context, and explore what this shift might mean for everyone involved, from average Iraqi citizens to foreign currency traders. Make no mistake, this moment may go down in history as a major milestone in Iraq's financial revival. May 2025 now stands out as the month Iraq took decisive action to reset its currency value, an act with both domestic and global consequences. This wasn't a buried statistic in a government memo. It was a deliberate, strategic move reflecting renewed confidence in the Iraqi dinar and the country's broader economic potential. Once it appeared in the Iraqi Gazette, it became binding law, triggering immediate reactions in financial institutions worldwide. Banks began rebalancing their reserves, traders adjusted positions, and global analysts re-evaluated Iraq's economic outlook. For years, the RV was a theory. Today, it's turning into a structured policy approach. This isn't just about numbers. It's about mindset. Iraq is telling the world it's ready to lead with economic independence, comprehensive reform, and restored international credibility. To fully grasp this moment's significance, we have to dig deeper, past the headlines and into the policy foundations. The Iraqi Gazette isn't rumor-driven, it's where official government action becomes reality. And this change is no exception. This rate update is part of a much larger, well-orchestrated effort to strengthen Iraq's economy. In recent years, Iraq has pushed forward with banking reforms, digital infrastructure, and increased transparency in fiscal operations. These weren't quick fixes, they were investments in long-term stability and growth. Now, with this exchange rate change, it's clear that those efforts are beginning to bear fruit. Iraq is stepping away from dependency and taking greater control of its financial destiny. Of course, any bold change carries risk. Experts are watching closely. Will this shift stabilize Iraq's economy, or could it trigger unpredictable reactions in the market? Either way, the global financial community is watching and preparing. Oil has always played a central role in Iraq's economy. As one of the world's top oil exporters, the country has endured dramatic swings in fortune, caused by war, market volatility, and internal challenges. But the last 2 years have seen measurable progress. Iraq has increased its oil production and worked to diversify its revenue streams, building a more resilient economy. Meanwhile, the Central Bank of Iraq has been quietly preparing for this moment, rolling out regulatory improvements, promoting digital banking, and strengthening the foundations of its currency system. The recent change in the dinar's official value is a direct reflection of those steady efforts. For international investors, this could be the signal they've been waiting for. But the next phase will be critical. How Iraq's leadership handles inflation, public trust, and foreign interest could determine the long-term success of this shift. But let's not overlook what this could mean for the average Iraqi citizen. A stronger dinar could significantly improve the purchasing power of Iraqis. Everyday essentials, like food, medicine, and fuel, could become more affordable. Families that have struggled under high inflation may finally feel financial relief. Small and medium-sized businesses may also benefit. Lower import costs, easier access to financing, and greater investment could spark job creation and economic momentum. This could help build Iraq's middle class and decrease dependence on government aid. If managed wisely, this exchange rate adjustment could be one of the most citizen-focused economic moves in Iraq's modern history. That said, experts are urging caution. A stronger exchange rate brings opportunity, but also volatility. Iraq still faces political hurdles, regional instability, and gaps in institutional reform. These realities mean that even the most promising changes need to be handled carefully. Currency markets are sensitive, and sentiment can shift quickly. Investors should avoid emotional decisions. Strategic patience and sound financial advice are key right now. Another major component of Iraq's transformation is its ongoing move toward a digitized economy. Historically reliant on cash, Iraq's financial system is undergoing a major shift, with more digital banking services, government payment systems, and electronic infrastructure coming online. A more stable currency only adds momentum to this transition. Digital finance becomes more appealing when the underlying currency is trusted. And as Iraq works with global partners like the IMF and World Bank, it's positioning itself to align with global best practices, building a more transparent, investor-friendly environment. With the right execution, Iraq could soon become a regional financial leader, drawing foreign capital, supporting private sector growth, and becoming a strategic hub in the Middle East. So what comes next? Is this the RV that dinar holders have anticipated? Or is it just the first in a series of calculated steps? Some experts believe Iraq may be preparing to introduce a managed float exchange system, a model where the currency is partially guided by market forces but kept within specific limits set by the central bank. This system has worked well in countries like India and Egypt as they moved from fixed rates to more responsive monetary systems. If Iraq takes that path, the dinar's value could begin to reflect real-time market confidence instead of just government policy. This would likely attract greater attention from Forex traders, institutions, and businesses around the world. It would also give Iraq more flexibility to handle inflation and economic shocks, while sending a clear message that it's open for business. Whether the future holds a full-scale revaluation, a floating exchange model, or more incremental reforms, one thing is clear: Iraq is no longer in economic survival mode. It's entering a new chapter, driven by intentional strategy and institutional confidence. This isn't just a change in numbers, it's a shift in vision. Iraq is stepping forward with purpose, aiming for stability, opportunity, and global relevance. To all our viewers and dinar holders, this is a time for clarity, not hype. Stay informed, consult professionals, and remain strategic. The road ahead offers promise, but only for those who approach it with preparation and insight. As always, we'll keep you updated every step of the way. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Dinar Community so you never miss a critical development. The landscape is changing fast, and you deserve to be at the front of it. Until next time, stay informed, stay focused, and above all, stay optimistic. Like and subscribe for more videos.